Hi, it's Cam, and in this video I'm going to go over all the reasons why you should start a business in Canada. So this could be a side gig, a full-time business, or a fully incorporated business. I'm going to go over all the reasons why you should start now. As an accountant, my focus is naturally going to be on the tax and financial benefits, but I'll also touch on some of the non-monetary aspects of why you should start a business. If you're having a hard time deciding on what business to start, let me just say that you don't need some crazy invention or to start something brand new. As long as you can provide some kind of value to people, you can start a business. So if you're working as an employee right now, you can even start a business in the same field. For example, when I was an employee, I worked for 3 different accounting firms before I started my own accounting firm. All you have to do is provide the same services, but directly to clients instead of to the employer. If you're an employee, you're actually in business for yourself right now, even if you don't know it. You're selling your time and your hours to your employer in exchange for a salary. However, there are some limitations with being an employee. The main one is that you're trading your time for money. So you only have 24 hours in a day and you can only work so much. The second is your salary is determined by your employer. So if you want to earn more money, you either got to increase your hours or increase your salary. Now, even the top CEOs at big companies, their salary is determined by a board of directors. So they're not even in charge of how much they can earn. That leads us into reason number 1, no income ceiling. So if you have a business, there's no limit on how much money you can earn. If you increase or make your business more profitable each month, each day, each year, it will create more income for you. And you can even hire other people to work in your business and leverage their time. Or not, you don't have to create a massive business to be successful. You could create a lifestyle business where you work less but earn more than you are right now. For example, when I started my business, I was working about 15 to 20 hours a week, earning a lot more than I did at my last job, where sometimes I worked 40 hours and upwards of 55 hours. Your income potential in a business is totally up to you. It just depends on how much work you want to put into it. Reason number 2, so something called equity, which basically means ownership. So as an employee, you're only entitled to the salary and wages that you get from the employer. The business that's being built, that belongs entirely to the owner or the shareholders. So when you leave that business that you're working for, you may get some small token of appreciation when you leave, but you don't have any ownership over that business. Now let's flip that around and say you're the business owner. So as your business grows, more income, more revenue, the value of that business is also growing. All your clients, your product, your services, all of that has a value attached to it. So one day you can sell this business or you can pass it on to your future generations. Reason number 3 to start a business. Business income is taxed much differently than employment income. So number 1 is timing. So as an employee, your taxes are paid off of every single paycheck. As a business income is taxed when you file your corporate or your personal tax return. So at the end of the year. Difference number 2, businesses do not get taxed on their total sales, but their net income. So that's sales minus expenses. Now what's an expense? CRA defines eligible business expenses as anything incurred to earn revenue. So that opens a whole door to interpretation, but there are some rules. So I'll make a video on that at a later date. The ability to write off expenses is huge. It can save you tens of thousands of dollars. For example, your gas, your insurance, your mortgage interest, your phone bills. These are all things that everybody has, but which can be expensed through a business. Let's take a look at an example of a software developer who's earning about $180,000. So as an employee, he's gonna get taxed evenly throughout the year off of every single paycheck. He's gonna roughly pay about $56,000 in income taxes that year. As a business owner, he can deduct some expenses. So let's say his expenses are about $50,000 for the year. He'll only be taxed on 180 minus the 50, so he'll be taxed on $130,000. His tax bill will only be $37,000. So that's a difference of $19,000. He'll save in 1 year. Over 5 years, that's a difference of almost $100,000. Now, we can save this web developer even more money if we incorporate his company, but that's a subject for another video. Final note, I don't want anyone to think that I'm shitting on being an employee. Being an employee is great. It does have its perks. The main perk is, it's 9 to 5. After 5, you can shut your mind off, do something enjoyable. A business at the beginning can be 24/7 and you'll be thinking about it all the time. So It's not for everyone, but building a business can be super fun. It could be your path to financial freedom, but it depends on you and what you're willing to do and sacrifice for that. Don't forget to follow us for more tax tips.